Oh shit. Juggling my own spit. That's one way to start your stream. Anyways, how y'all doing? Everybody? Your boy Castor here. I'm of course gonna be working on this little piggy today. You know, I did have an idea to actually make some clouds behind them and stuff, like some Chinese clouds, like snow clouds. But it's so hard to realize I don't know how to do that, and I don't know if it'll show up. Is that good? Anyways, we're gonna keep working on this right now. So I need actually that black, and then to go here. We actually got most of it done. We just sort of have to finish it. And add the, little squares and everything. Today was a bad day. I don't really know how to say this, but my mom lost her little brother today. And after what had happened earlier, it's not. We sort of knew it was coming because stuff, but out of everyone on my mom's side of the family, he was probably the most innocent. He had brain trauma, so he had mild schizophrenia. But my mom only saw him as a gentle person. And it was the reason why she never signed us up for football or anything like that. And he could scare you sometimes. He could get loud and stuff, but he never got violent. He was always trying to talk and seem like he was there. Unfortunately, his dad was a fucking bad enabler. And so when he became diabetic, his dad came keep giving him fast food. Destroyed his liver. And he was on dialysis, and then soon they just said he's not going to live more than a year. And so it was a phone call. We knew it was coming, but wasn't a bad deal, wasn't a good deal. He was just him. Didn't really judge him. I don't know what you want to. She's oddly calm about it, but it's still her little brother. You know? I don't have a good relationship with my brother, and I'd still be destroyed over it. I don't know if this needs 2 layers for shading, because like each end's never really shaded. Okay, well, he kind of not mostly everything. He's like not really shaded. He's actually a lighter black than I gave him. Maybe right around here-ish. Nah, it's oh, maybe actually. No, I think he's right at where he is. Maybe. I'm not sure. Take some yellow. Anyway, number 2. Duct tape in their life. You never know. You never know. This is not going to get there for my family. My sister's probably hugging her kids tight today. I wish I had something to hug back from. I did do some stuff. I did do a little bit on offline. We did the design ring. So games are now more important than the people you know. That's why I'd rather go to Disneyland with my family. I'd rather have those memories. I'd rather Hey, Sunflower. Yeah, yeah. if you haven't been following along, I do have some bad news. My uncle, who I knew, died today. So it's not really a happy time for me. This whole holiday season be kind of rough. Should I go with yellow or should I keep it same tone? Yeah. It was expected. He had kidney failure and he was on dialysis. So but it's kind of rough because his dad didn't want to really hear what we had to say, which was stop feeding him fast food because he has, issues. And he goes, well, it makes him happy though. And it's like, no, he was getting better. He was feeling better and you just kept feeding him. So we're not. My mom's side of the family is really screwed up. And I probably shouldn't really be talking about it, to be honest with you. But we're just gonna work on this. Yeah. Everyone tells me I would have loved him if I had known him before everything happened to him, but I didn't get that version of him. All I know is that my mom seems like really broken right now between what's happened to her and what happened to her brother. So I'm just more worried about her. Wait, is that drawing on the same layer? Right. Anyways, thank you for the raid. Sorry I brought everybody down. I really do appreciate it. In fact, right now is probably when I actually need a raid like this the most. So thank you very much. How many of you guys have watched Ranma 1/2, by the way? If you haven't, I would recommend it. It's like the original romantic comedy. It actually made the author like the first millionaire manga artist, something like that, or the first female one at least. It used to be massive. Like, I think they still do collabs with it too. I pretty much killed the air out of the room before I started, didn't I? I must think it's just the same. I did want to do some I wanted to do some gaming giveaways actually, but the gift I bought my mom was $300, so that kind of wiped me out. I don't even have enough to actually order these keychains that I'm making right now. Or the Dakimakura. I have to wait till my next paycheck. Alright, we're gonna add a I think that might actually be too light. We're gonna go one layer more. Okay. Oh, you read Mizana Koku? Like, not many people. Have you read, was it Mermaid's Tale? Yeah, I'm about to age myself real bad right here. I love Maison Cook. I actually watched an anime. What ended up happening with me is my first animes were all from the library. So I would just get whatever was from the library. And the first anime I watched was Ranma 1/2. And the first manga my thing's stuff like people haven't heard of when they think of first animes and the comics and stuff. Like the comic that I used to read was called Elf Quest, and I'm not sure if anyone actually remembers that, but it was like a weird fantasy book about elves, and they were like half gnome, half elf, you know, half like Lord of the Ring elf. I don't remember shit about it though. Was it Elf Quest? So it was like Elf Quest, and then I had Gunsmith Cats. Warp graphics. Like I have a writing meeting of Gunsmith Cats and Esther Sana. Wait, Sana also created Bubblegum Crisis. Yeah, it was I watched one episode of Bubblegum Crisis because that was the only episode they had. Like, if you're renting from the library, which you should, everyone here should have like a library card and go to the library, because like the internet might have everything, but you'd be surprised how good a physical book is to read. And they've got like stuff to help you out if you like need to apply for a job or something. So it was like Appleseed, which if you don't know Appleseed is the other comic from the guy who made Ghost in the Shell. I actually prefer Appleseed over Ghost in the Shell. They did a remake of Appleseed, this one, but it was really weird. It had like, so like, if you've ever seen the remake of Appleseed, there's this one scene that like, there's this, in the new movie, like 3D, there's a 3D movie with Basement Jacks, right? There's this one scene where like Briarios just will not fucking die. Like he's acting like he's dying and shit, right? Like, oh. He's like trying to talk to Doonan and everything. He's telling her all this stuff, and he keeps like doing that. It was almost like that scene from Kung Pao and Into the Fist, where he goes, "No, dog," because that doesn't mean someone's dead. You know that scene. And he just kept like leaning over. Oh, Oh, and I gotta tell you, dude, it was just this really stupid thing. It's just like, what the fuck? Just die already, dude. He doesn't die though. You're just like, what was that all about? Excuse me, sir. Sir, can you explain yourself there? Well, there is an original anime. So that is way too much detail for that. Oh yeah, no, it was all fan servicing. I won't lie about that. My mom got mad at me because I told her like, oh yeah, no, she sleeps with the robot, and then she threw it at me. She watched the movie. She was like, I watched that whole movie to see that. I was like, what? Damn pervert. I was like, how does that even work? Ah. All right, so we need actually, you know what? This needs to be our last line. She actually did. She got mad at me because I told her that, and then she was curious, and then like she came to my room because I was still up at like 12 o'clock in the morning, and she threw it at me. Like, what? I will say this though, like I think if there is any rose tinted goggles about watching older anime, it is that like there is this belief that older anime has superior pacing. It does not. Like, older anime has like the worst fucking possible pace. It is slow. You will notice out of every single old anime out there, they are absolutely slow. I just use the same design. I think I should just use the same design. I don't have a secondary design for it, so. Oh, that's all right. Oh. Can't even tell there's a difference there. You know, I need like a different design for this, or at least a different color, because this is the red on the thing and like the red in the bowl are just too much. I need like let me see. By the way, are you logging into your Clip Studios and getting your bonus clippies? Get your free brushes and stuff. Remember, get your free brush. Oh fuck, they lost. Ah. Let's see. Oriental. I believe that's what it's called. How do you spell that? Okay, that was right. I don't know what that design is called, but I think it came up as Oriental style wall. There you go. Pattern. I could use those patterns probably. If I'm gonna get lazy, we could just use that pattern. Oh, that'd be pretty good. This one is pretty good. I think because the cup itself is also red as well. Then I should at least break it up with like a blue or something, or like a yellow at the very least. There's not many colors to it because like Ryoga is just pure fucking black. That's what I was thinking earlier. I should have added his hiking bag. And this will be a keychain. You can't purchase it. Empty store. Not right now though. All right. Let me see. Right. That's that red. This here, one brush. Bigger. Maybe a little bigger. I'm not sure that's a good idea. Maybe. So I could also take that off. That, you know what? That might actually be better. I think I have to keep either one or the other. But also, I'm just going to download that brush too. So it just. Where is it? Download? Okay. Where'd he go? Where'd he go? Where are you? The thing disappeared. Oh, is it one of those things? Ah, that's crap. Why is this a pattern, not a brush? Would have been so good right there. God damn it, stop moving. Right there. I think I'm adding too much to this. I think that works. I think that works right there. I think everything else is a little bit too much. I think it's my mistake right now. I'm adding too much to the drawing. And I should just be being more minimalist with it. Right. Yeah, it looks a little better, doesn't it? Sort of the opposite than people do, which is where they don't add enough detail. I'm adding too much detail. I don't know. Use a warm one. But his little thing. Where's his little thing at? Okay, there it is. Multiply. Who would you guys like to see as a keychain? Like, who's a rare character that you guys would like to see as a keychain? I've been doing like more rare stuff than I have. I know I should actually, like, if I wanted to make lots of like money, and I sort of need money and stuff, I should be doing stuff like Doki. But I don't know. I've never really been in art for the money. I chased it a couple times, but well, if we're going off of how well I did, I should have been out of this a long time ago. Okay. And then a little bit for the other. Right? It looks a lot better without all the clutter, right? Or should I put it back? Okay, I see the highlights because for some reason the league doesn't want me watching their games. We want tacos. We want tacos. I've never seen a team hate their fans watching their sport more than Sharks right now. Mike. That's white. Yeah, that's white. There you go. I think Alex. I think it's. I think gradient shading was a nice touch. Yeah, but it feels like it was too much because these things are only like 2.5 inches. So, I mean, it probably would show up if I did do it. If I did do it like that, but because then on top of that, you also have to remember this isn't going to be just. This isn't going to be just no, this is a keychain. These are keychains I'm working on. Keychains and stickers. Actually made it. So I have products that I need to go send to print. So I have 3 different products that I need to go send to print right now. So the first one is actually a keychain of Malo. And we have Malo finished. So this is what I mean when I want to do like less known characters. This one has gradient and everything, but it works more. Yeah, the thing I want is to do is like actually make a third section for it, which is that it was either gonna do Snowy or Shocker, and I'm thinking Shocker or like peak, or if I wanted to go, because I want to do it under him, but if I want to do it above him, I was thinking Psychosis or HP Rain. So it was like a 3 detached, so it looks like you know how he does when he's doing his magic. Because I was originally gonna draw I think it's a diamond, right? He's a diamond, right? Is he a diamond or a spade? No, spade's Mario. I think he's diamond. No, he's Clover. He's Clover, right? Because Juno Star, Peach is Heart, Bowser is Bowser diamond? Yep. So that's what I need to print. And then I also have a Docky. I made a Docky, and I made a good Docky. I'm gonna show you the side B first. My side B. In my side B. And then this. This is side A. So I have stuff that like I'm looking to sell on my Etsy, but I don't have any money to produce them. That's the kind of the annoying part. I have no money to produce anything. If I could like tilt this in some way. All right, I like how this looks. Nah. All right, we got to do that too. I didn't do that, did I? Shit, I don't even remember what color I used. Where's that? There you go. All right, this one's done basically. Actually, I think I might need to. Yeah, it's missing a white, so I got to. You make it a little light. Nope, that's not gonna do it. I need. Hang up. We can. I don't know if that'll affect it or anything or something like that, but. Semi. What was it called? What was it called? It's gotta be manga material. No? Oh no, I forgot what my thing is called. Hold on. Hold on. Where are you? I can't find it. I can't find it. I cannot find what I'm looking for, which is the pattern. It's the sample bar that I use so I can post it. Oh, seamless. There we go. Right. Ryoga. Here's the sample. Right. Yeah, other stuff we can work on. I do have a docky I can work on. I actually have 2 dockies I can work on. I should probably work on this actually. Some new imagery for my character. So we got some new imagery right now. This is what I want to use for like retro gaming streams. So I sketched it up real quick. I'm really good at sketching, I'll say that, but I'm not good at like coloring. I think that's my weak point. So I do like the way this one came out though. All right. Up. Yep. Right. You know, I need to learn how to do line weights too. I need to learn line weights, don't I? Oh, I didn't even say thank you for the follow. Thank you for the follow, random internet stranger. I appreciate it. I don't know why my alarms don't go off anymore. I've had that problem. Like none of the alarms have been going off. I think it has something to do with the multi-streamer. right? Right? Uh, yeah. I always look going sketchy, and you realize when you get the color it in, it's gonna be a pain in the ass. Always does that. Hold on. I gotta go back real quick. I'll be right back. I need to get some water too. All right, we're back. We're back. We're back. I just had to get some water. So who here plays Monster Hunter? Anybody play Monster Hunter? You guys doing the Gasmagog? Yeah, you guys fight the American Dream Dragon? Actually, what I should do is I've yet to take him out. I'm still trying to beat Omega Savage. I'm trying to beat Omega Savage right now. That is a hard ass fucking fight. Like, you make one mistake and you get just tapped, and then Jin Hadad's also been kicking my foot too. I just think I don't have enough armor because I'm trying to shield through it, but like even with guard up, I still get like one tapped by the ice shields and shit. It's hard. Monster Hunter is very much a post-game game. The main story is just there to teach you mechanics. By the way, the music you're hearing is a lo-fi version of my favorite video game. And I should actually be working on the art book. I don't know why I keep putting it off. I really want to do like a 50-page art book for that. I think I'm gonna make that my goal for my New Year's resolution. Oh, this guy's good. I love this. The only thing I really don't like about Chrono Cross is the ending's kind of ambiguous. So far, the Ranma 1/2 one I did is actually the big seller. So see if I can pull that up for you. It's a double-sided one, so there's actually 2 parts to it. Let me find the actual. Cool. So here's one side. This has actually been my number 1. Yeah, and then I got Croc from Chrono Cross. I'm sorry, not Chrono Cross, Chrono Trigger, and then I have Kid from Chrono Cross, and also have Harold from Chrono Cross. I wanted to Star Kid, Glenn, and I'm thinking Surge, because Surge I just kind of have to. But like I said before, if I wanted to start selling stuff, like really selling stuff, I would start pulling out like Doki Bird and Vebe and whoever. Like I'd draw an Iron Mouse, something like that. I'm actually really happy with my Kid though, because Kid was always my favorite character. And apparently they're still doing the Chrono Cross crossover with Another Eden. So I'm not sure if anyone's played Another Eden. I haven't. That's why I'm pretty sure no one. But they did a crossover with Another Eden, where they stuck the Chrono Cross characters in the game, and Frog, and they stuck Frog as a samurai, like he's straight up Bushido. Yeah. All these things are available at my Etsy store, Old Man Artist at Etsy. You can buy them. I think they're fairly priced. I don't really know how much I should be pricing things. I think they're $10, like $8 a piece or something like that. I'm not sure, 8 or 10, one of the two. I know the stickers are $5. People going, well, $5 a sticker. It's like, yeah, they're custom stickers. They cost like $1 to make. Also, I haven't been able to get into a convention actually. So I tried to enter Fanime, but that didn't work. I'm pretty sure it's because I only had 4 things at that point. Because, like I said, I need to actually send the other things out to make. So anyway, it's actually kind of worked out in my favor though. I like taking my niece to the convention. She actually cosplayed as Hatsune Miku. That was her very first cosplay. Yeah. I did make the mistake of taking her to Offkai. And when I moved from Santa Clara to San Jose. That's not a convention for little kids. Yeah, if you have children, don't take them off, guy. It's not worth it. She enjoyed the arcade, but that was about it. Hi, Nina. How you doing? There. Really? It used to be at Foothill College? Like the first time I went to Fanime, it was when it was at Santa Clara Convention Center, and they like even then they used the whole space, which is why I'm really kind of surprised Offkai moved as quickly as it did. Because Santa Clara is huge if you've ever been inside it. It has like 3 dealers halls, and it has like that was back when like people that was kids, would you like to know how old we're getting right now? You know how old we're getting right now? Me and Random and a stranger. We are getting Yow Paddle old. That's how we're getting. Thank you, Nita. I like that you like my art. I do want to, I think next year, my goal for next year is to start doing collabs. Like, even if it's just with the people watching, I want to start doing like Mario Kart streams and stuff with you guys. I don't have a Switch too, so we're not gonna do World. And if you don't know what the Yow paddles are, seriously, go ask like your Weenaboo uncle or something, and they will tell you of a horrible time when people would just come up to you and smack you on the ass with a big fucking oar. Like, it was one of the first things that they banned from conventions. I mean, it's just... We're talking dark days of the internet. How? My problem with anime right now is like there's really no intent to grow anymore. Like they don't try to put new stuff in. They don't try to do. It's almost like it's just the same con every year, and you just go for nostalgia sort because the stalls are the same. I think like what is it? The only new thing I've seen in current years is that's the back of the dealer hall has that Wild Bill store that they also show up at Anime Expo. By the way, I went to my first Anime Expo this year. That was a different beast all entire. I was not expecting the fucking parking lot to be the artist alley and stuff. I was not expecting 3 streets to be shut down. I was not expecting. Oh yeah, I've heard about that. I don't. There's just not enough due diligence on the part of. So, did you hear about that one dude who like faked his Disney career? Basically, like he can draw, but he's using AI. So he like got a job at Lorcana and stuff. So, if those of you who don't know what Lorcana is, that is the Disney card game. That is essentially their version of Magic the Gathering. So, like people were calling him out, and like he's like threatening to sue everybody. I think what's her face also did like I don't remember her name, but she does like she does like con stories and stuff like that. Did a piece on how much the AI stuff is starting to take over. The reason why it's because it's really easy for scalpers, and that's who those things attract. Scalpers, people who aren't in the you know, they're not part of the fandom. They're not even a piece of it. They're just looking to make money off your name or off of your obsessions. You know, sneakerheads have their thing, have their own scalpers. Disney has a real bad scalper problem. Because Disney doesn't even want to address it. They don't give a shit. So like popcorn buckets, if you've ever like tried to get a popcorn bucket from a Disney stall, there's like one dude who'll buy like 20 of them, and they'll call themselves like, "Oh, I'm a private shopper." No, you're fucking not. You get the fuck out of here. I'm not joking about that. It's real bad for like Disney right now. Like super bad for Disney. You like day of, you will see the newest popcorn buckets on the internet for like $80. actually know a lot about Disney. I won't even lie. I'm like a big Disney adult. I'm not so bad where like everything in the company does is happy dory and stuff, but like, because mom goes, well, why don't you go work there? And I go, because they're a terrible company to work for. Like I tell my mom this story and she doesn't believe me, but it's true. This is a true story. You could look up about Disney, right? They were like known for being such a bad company at one point that they were called Mauschwitz. Which, if you don't know, is a hell of an insult to be loving, because they basically called it a concentration camp. And the heads of the office, so like all the the higher ups all caught wind of this, and they sent an email out to everybody because they didn't get. I know Don Bluth was great. I love Don Bluth stuff. He made that one game. It was Dragon's Lair. There you go. Secret of Nam. He's done a lot of good stuff. Yeah, Dragon's Lair. The Dragon's Lair Time Warp Space Ace. Yeah, there's also like SNES ports of that. I think he did a Goblin in Central Park, or a Troll in Central Park. Yeah, you know the reason why you guys have a Harry Potter land is because Disney like pissed off. No, so the reason why there's a Harry Potter land in Universal and not at Disneyland, because Disney is actually vying for the rights and shit, is they wanted too much control, which is a thing that they tend to do. Like that's also the problem with Kingdom Hearts. Disney just wants control of it. And Iger is the dumbass. That's why you barely see it actually acknowledging the parks and stuff, because they don't have full control. By the way, I've pointed this out before. I'm gonna point this out to you right now. We want to see when the Disney magic like died and that we knew Iger was not going to be a good thing. There is like a number of things people point to, and a lot of people like to point to the Disney store. So if you went pre 2015, right? If you went pre 2015 to the World of Disney stores, which is the flagship store next to the parks, right? The big ones in Florida. It was this big thing, and if you walked in, there was like statues everywhere. The dressers were like curved. It was this cool, magical place, right? You know, it had like a whimsy that the parks had to it. If you go there pre-2025, you can see videos of it, right? And then post 2025, they did what it's designed after a warehouse. And it's like, yeah, because you're being fucking lazy and you don't want to have designs. So a lot of people point to that as being one of the things. You want to see what actually is like, where you could tell that this wasn't going to be a good time for the company, and that Iger has no idea how to be creative. Do you see this? This is a cafeteria at the Disney World Resort. This is the cafeteria of the Caribbean Beach Resort, which is their largest resort. The stuff on the left, this stuff over here, right? This stuff over here, These are all stores. So you went over to the left side. You got what you wanted. You got your pastas, you got your pizzas, you got your hamburgers, you got your, you know, Caribbean food and stuff. And then you went to eat on the right side because that's where all the seating was, right? Look at this shit. This is indoors and it looks like a house, and like all the stalls were shaped like the end does, right? This is the only thing about this resort I remember. This is the only thing about this resort I remember, right? Was this cafeteria, because it was so fucking well themed. Like you just walked in and you were in a village, right? So the left side food, the right side is the seating. This is indoors, right? And I remember waking up every day eating pancakes and loving this area because it was just so magical to be in. And luckily we were nearby because the Caribbean Beach Resort is very fucking big. Right? I don't remember the rooms. I don't remember anything else about this resort at all. So that was 2025. You can see it up there, 2025, right? This is what they fucking did to it. That is the new design. This is what people came to Disney for right here. This shit. The tiendas, the going inside the house, the theming. This is theming on the side. This, they just painted the fucking wall and left the support pillars up. That was it. Tell me that's not crap. Tell me that's not, like, how pissed would you be? You come back to that resort and that's your new cafeteria, and you order from one little thing. So this thing right here, like this little thing right here, is your pickup. Hold on, let me change this so you guys can see it. This is where you pick up the food. This is where you order. This no. See, you're going. Well, Iger would have saved it. Like, this is Iger. This is fucking Iger. This is Iger's designer here. 2015, Iger was still in charge of the company. We didn't get Chapek until COVID. 2015 is the last year this was here. This is Iger, or this is pre-Iger. This is Eisner. This is Eisner right here. This is Eisner. This is Iger. And you know what the best part about this? You see these machines right here? You see this shit right here? These machines have timers. You can only get one refill. You can only get one fucking refill of a drink every 15 minutes. And here's the thing about that. I say every 15 minutes, but there's a catch to that, right? For the first time, that shit goes up. So if you go the second time, you have to wait 45 minutes. If you go a third time, it's like an hour and 25. But this is both Eiger. These are both Eiger. Eiger had control of this, and he turned it into this. And I go, that's how you know. Okay, so the Jedi Hotel was just they didn't really know what they were doing with that, right? And then like the stuff that they were trying to put in didn't really work. And then like you had to get the actors to remember faces and things like that. And then I think, yeah, they still haven't really done it with the actual land itself. You know, they sort of have the dialogue, but you know, if you start like going, well, I don't need Imperial credits, I need this stuff, like they don't really know how to handle that. Because they're, you know, they're just employees. They really need to like, it was originally, so the way it was originally pitched, right? The way Star Wars Land was originally pitched was it was supposed to be a Renaissance fair thing. But as it turns out, that was a little ambitious. I still think it's manageable. Sorry. I still think it's. I still think Star Wars Land is doable, but you have to like. The problem is that Iger doesn't see the immediate return of paying employees to provide an experience. Why do that when the rides can do the same thing, right? And that's the current, that is the number one problem Iger has, is that he doesn't see the value in the things that don't immediately show up on paper. Because Iger does not like the magic bands. And the only reason they're still around is because they're popular. But he saw it as like $1 billion waste. And he actually fired the dude. This is actually why you have Harry Potter Land, is he fired the dude who was in charge of the magic bands, who also happened to be the dude who installed like a lot of the stuff that Iger's legacy is actually positive with, like, you know, the fairy tales, the expanded, you know, the fairy, what's that thing called? What is the Tinkerbell section called? The fairy meet and greet, I guess. Let me get rid of that one. the Goofy's, or not Goofy's, the circus area at Disney World, Avatar Land. It was all the same dude, right? The magic band, but like he fired him over the magic bands, and that guy went over to Universal and said, "Hey, will you guys let me do Harry Potter Land?" And they're like, "Yeah." And that's why you have Harry Potter at Universal. And that's why you also have, you know, Mario at Universal too. That's also why you have so much interactivity at Universal as well, because think about that for a second. Who did we just say that he just fired? The guy who had the magic bands. What is the thing that the guy who invented magic bands? What is the thing that Mario has that they use a lot over there? Magic bands. RFI readers. RFI readers doing different things that upcharge a customer. So it was like this big profitable thing that Iger just couldn't fucking see. So yeah, people say JPEG, and but like, the only thing is that I can really pin on JPEG is he lost a fucking train station. I don't know how you pull. So Brightline was making like a rail station for that went from MCO to, it was going from Orlando International to Disney World, right? And it was a bullet train too, so it's looking like 15 minutes or some shit like that. And the Disney company was going to get a station, and for some reason Chapek decided to fight hell and high water over the fact that Universal was also going to get a station. And you're just like, you dude, you were never going to win that fight. Why were you picking that? And he basically said that they were bowing out of talks for the train station that would have been at Disney Springs, and now there's no train station at Disney Springs. That would have been like the perfect way to get your guests onto your property and spending money like right away, or, you know, getting their hotels. And then as a result of that, there's no way to actually get back to the Disneyland Resort, because they were planning on having that thing, and you could tell they were planning on having that thing because they got rid of their Magical Express service, which, if you didn't know, was a free shuttle from MCO to your hotel. And I actually wrote it, and it was like amazing. And like 2015 was the last year it was good. 2015 was the year I went for Christmas. It was also the last year of the Osborne Spectacle Lights. They didn't get rid of the Osborne Spectacle Lights. They gave it to a charity that does it now every year. But that was a hell of a thing. If you've never seen the Osborne Lights, it is like this massive fucking display of Christmas lights. Like, I cannot explain how big it is. I got off on a hell of a tangent here. We were talking about anime. Now we're all the way at Disney parks. Do you see kids? Do you see what a gateway drug a Yao paddle is? Friends don't let friends use yaoi paddles. Like, you want to know how old this is? This is back in the day when anime conventions used to have music video content. So before the YouTube copyright system became the fucking hellscape that it is, people used to post up like their badly edited with like the most generically rigged shortcut videos, 43p. And it was always Dragon Ball too. It was always Dragon Ball videos. It was baby's first editing software. You know, I know this controller is like off center, but I'm not gonna give a shit. It's oh yeah, no. I mean, fair play. Like that one, and there's like one legendary music video that everyone knows. It was this mashup video with the Foo Fighters. Go ask your parents about that one. The mashup, the Foo Fighters Best of Us video. Like it was on pace. It looked like it was like he edited it so well that he actually had things chroma keyed in, so it looked like the actual music video was part of this video. And then another thing that they used to do at anime that they don't do anymore. They used to have charities. Like there was a one room in the upstairs when you come in from the parking garage, because this was back when at the Santa Clara. And it was like just the gallery of like art, and you could just buy a piece. It was like a semi artist alley, so it didn't really make sense to have, but it was just like you could just put up whatever and just sell it there. Right. I think we should be able to finish this up. I think we can finish up the inking and then I'll let you guys go. Because it is getting pretty late. It's already tomorrow. And I usually don't like to keep these running for more than 2 hours. I know people like do 6 hour, 7 hour streams, but I don't know. I don't really feel like people are interested in my art streams. So I try to, well, I try to keep all my streams kind of short. So if anything ever shows an interest, I'll probably make longer streams. But the number one thing is I want to actually start doing like just more social streams. Oi. I guess so. This is actually the most I've actually had people talk to me in a stream. Oh, to be fair, sometimes I'm just too invested when I'm drawing. I don't peek over. I gotta start, getting myself out of that habit. Yeah, I think we're gonna just finish up the ink work and I'll let you guys go because my back's already starting to hurt. I usually draw on my stomach, that's why. Check. I don't know why I have 3 toes but 4 fingers. That's right. Right. I don't know if I should have the beans. I have the beans up here. I don't have them here. Okay. Okay. Is I don't even know what this pop had. Yeah. Got my little pop heads. Oh, I went the wrong way. That works. Beans. I want to get the new Wacom tablet. So Wacom actually put out a cheaper Android version of their $3,000 tablets. They're only $300. They're on Android. So it's like, you know, I know there's probably something, but Wacom makes good products, which is why it's really kind of dumb that they're investing in AI. Yeah, try to figure that one out. Why would a company that makes tablets and, you know, art supplies want to invest in AI? Somebody was not fucking paying attention there. I never realized how big that foot is compared to the other one. Because it makes no fucking sense, right? You're like, dude, you will lose way more fucking business if you promote AI than you will gain. Nobody's gonna need a third party fucking group that to do this off of, unless like the AI deal is to fucking steal the stuff that you use a Wacom summit for, and it's just like, okay, well, there we go. We're gonna go to Chemist. So it from every possible angle, this just seems like, what are you gaining out of that? You know what? That's gonna look way too big. Should I cut that? At least there was some good news today. Is Jake Paul and fucking Andrew Tate got their asses beat. Those look terrible. Those look terrible. All right. Well, let's just finish the buttons. This. When is the last time you've actually used the D-pad in a game? What a weird question, isn't it? But it's like, think about it. When is the last time you've ever used the D-pad in a game? And it wasn't for moving the camera. Really sure I needed that. Okay, almost done. Almost done. Put up with me a little bit longer. The bell doesn't excuse you, I excuse you. Why? Okay. Okay, now then my question becomes this: why are you playing a flight simulator with oh crap, did I just double the whole fucking thing? God damn it. Why do you do that? There it is. That's when I split the whole thing up. Okay. Why are you playing a driving sim or a flight sim with those controls? Wouldn't you be like doing the thing, having like the big control pack? That, you know, all the other kids like to use. Where is your $400 setup, sir? Skill issue. Stop being poor. Stop being poor. Just have more money, you wouldn't be so poor. It's just like my plan for the unemployed. You know, just have everybody else quit their jobs. That way there'll be jobs for the unemployed, okay? Guys, it's not hard. It's not rocket science, okay? You just gotta have people quit their jobs and then give it to the unemployed people. And then all of a sudden you have unemployment solved. That didn't really help me, did it? I guess it kind of did. Okay, I got the ink work. That's the ink work done. Well, actually, hold on. I did forget one part. All right, so we got our yoga done. We got the ink work on the thing done. We were actually very, very productive today. Anyways, thank you so much for joining me as usual. I really appreciated it. Thank you so much to Sunflower VT for the raid. I greatly appreciated all you guys coming and saying hi to me. Thank you to our new follow, Random Internet Stranger. Thank you for conversation. I really enjoyed it. Hope you guys enjoyed my art as it was. My boys did not win today. We lost 2-4 against the Seattle Kraken, so that's hockey side of things covered. I mean, we're doing good, but it is what it is. I'm sorry for the downer start, but I just had to, you know, say my little bit about my uncle. Yeah, as I said before, you know, enjoy the people in your life because you don't know when you're gonna lose them. So this one's for you, Uncle. Salute. I'll see you guys next time. Thank you so much for joining me. This is Castor, your hockey level boy. I'm out of here. Thank you.